Really proud of my guys. I thought this was one of our better performances from start to finish. As a coach, I was really worried about this game. I think any coach in this situation, because you're worried about your guys already going home for Christmas. These are sometimes the most difficult games because you're done with exams. Everyone's gone. You know that after the game is over with, you'll get a chance to have a break. And so sometimes mentally you can check out and already be gone. I thought our guys did a great job of not doing that. I don't think it's a coincidence. I thought we had really good preparation for this game, with yesterday maybe being the best practice we've had since I've been here. We were very sharp, really efficient, really together, high energy, and I thought that led to how we performed today. This is a good defensive team that we beat and that we scored against. And again, really proud of us. We had multiple guys step up and do some really good things for us. As evident, late in the game, under a minute left, we took a charge and everyone was excited. It's really good to see that and see guys making plays together and being excited about something defensively. I thought we dominated the glass. I thought we did a good job with value in the basketball. We were able to force them into 20-plus turnovers. So, again, really proud of our team. We get a good break right now and have a chance to come back and get to work and get better.
Jeff, you've seen a lot of freshmen in your time as a coach. You ever seen three of them score 20?
I probably have. I probably have, but it hadn't happened a lot. And so, again, I thought all three of those guys, I thought they were very efficient. I thought they let the game come to them. I thought D's got us started with his energy on the offensive glass. X did a really good job of just letting the game kind of come to him and getting everyone involved. I thought, Trey did some really good things, especially late in the game when we put him at the point. I thought he was just under control, maybe a little bit better than he has been all year. And so, it was exciting to see that. But I thought other guys, I thought Malik was really good. His first game off the bench, and I thought he came in and he rebounded, he defended, he passed. I thought he did a really good job. I thought Cameron Davis, his energy, when he got in the game was contagious, and we went on a big run, when he got in. Kenna on the offensive glass did a really good job. Terrell keeping balls alive. And so it was a really good, team performance for us, and I'm proud of all of them.
With the three freshmen, Jeff, I mean, how much further along are they now, and what sort of progress have you noticed from them that brought them to where they are now compared to where they were 6 weeks ago for y'all's opener?
Yeah, they've showed glimpses. They've all played well, but they're freshmen. They've been up and down. They've had moments where they look really good. They had other moments where they look like freshmen. Tonight was a night where they all looked pretty good. One of the things with the freshmen that you hope to eventually get is consistency, and that's what we're trying to get from all of them. So X has probably been the one that's been closest to being consistent, but his still hadn't been. I mean, he had a couple of careless turnovers tonight, and so again, they're all workers. They've been accepted by their teammates. They're really good teammates. They're all about the team. And so they've done a good job of growing.
For a young team, how pleased are you with little things like taking charges, shooting free throws well? How do you think they're performing at this point?
I'm pleased with that tonight, and I think we've done a good job of trying to take charges all year. Our free throws have been up and down. We've been inconsistent. We were very good, very, very good tonight. The little things are huge for us, and we're trying to master them. I told the guys late in the game, there's no such thing as minutes that aren't important. Like, don't play the score. We're trying to build habits. That's something we don't have yet. And what we're trying to build are championship habits, because that's what we all came here to do. And we have to understand that in order to do that, it has to be every day. It has to become part of our DNA. It has to become second nature. We're taking the steps to make that happen, but we're not there yet. And I think they understand that. They've come most days, mostly every day, with the right mindset of trying to get better. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for. You know, there are a lot of things I'd like for us to do better. I'd like for us to rebound better. I'd like for us to shoot it a little bit better. I'd like for us to value the ball more. You know, I'd like for the ball to keep moving a little bit more. I'd like for us to have a better grasp of some of the things that, you know, we're trying to look at. But we're growing. We're getting better in each of those areas. But their attitude, their effort, all of those things have been at a high level since I've been here.
What did you think allowed your defense to turn them over as much as you did?
I thought we were in the passing lanes. Coming in, we knew that this was a team that wasn't necessarily a great three-point shooting team. They had 3 guys that we talked about that were, you know, the shooters for them, or guys that can make threes. Most of their stuff was inside, and so we really tried to pack it in, tried to condense it. I thought this was a team we could zone. We hadn't played much zone. I think the West Virginia game in the second half is the only time we've played extended possessions of zone. I thought that was really good for us, and we just stayed with it in the first half. You know, I wanted to come out second half, and man, last minute I made the change and said, let's go back to zone, because I knew they were probably working and diagramming plays at halftime, and our zone wasn't good to start the second half, so we went back to man. But, you know, I just think the energy level, you know, understanding the scouting report, understanding the game plan, I think and just being active. I think being active and being connected, I think, allowed us to do that.
Jeff, was a big thing for you tonight. You had 52 in the first half, but you had almost the same amount in the second half. They didn't take their foot off the gas.
That's something we talked about at halftime. You know, that's something we talked about at halftime. We don't want to play the score. We're trying to build these habits, and every minute for us is important. You know, we have a man down and an important part of our team, so we got valuable minutes today in real live game situations with different guys initiating our offense. You know, that has primarily been Xavier and City. And so those minutes of getting Malik there, those minutes of getting Trey there, that was really, really important for us, and I thought they did a good job in those situations. And so that's what we talked about at halftime. That's what we talked about at every time out, of the importance of every possession and trying to build those habits. And today we did a good job of that.
What was the process in getting the new guy on the team?
He's been with us. He's been a practice player for us. And when he had actually gone home for Christmas break, he had finished his finals and went home. And when we found out the extent of City's injury, you know, we got him back because he's a guy that he's actually a good player. And he's a guy that has really helped us in practice and, you know, really helped us in preparation for this game.
Coach, are you where you thought you would be?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because I don't know where I thought we'd be. I never looked at like, okay, our record here at this point, or where I never looked. I tried to focus on each day. So I'm not the right person to ask that because I'm not a guy that looks too far ahead with our current team. As a program, I look ahead, but with our current team, I've tried to focus on each day.
You all, Jeff, used a different starting lineup, I think, for the first time since probably going back to the second game of the season. What prompted that call with putting Jared in there?
Yeah, we started Jared the second half of our last game, Maryland Eastern Shore, and I thought he did a good job, and so we just went with it. That's, you know, what we've done in practice since then, and we just went with it. And, you know, Jared's been like a starter for us. And he's had an unbelievable attitude from the beginning in that role, coming off the bench. I thought Malik had a great attitude in the second half of Maryland Eastern Shore, in the practices leading up to this, and tonight. And, you know, one of the things I've talked to the guys about, look, starting is important to a lot of people. You know, everyone always wants to know, you know, who's starting or what. You know, I don't think it's that big a deal. It's about playing and what do you do. And so we need everyone all in and just concentrating on Pitt and not thinking about themselves. And when we do that, we can be the best version of who we can be.
Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas.
So is it just kind of one of those nights? Like, did it have that feeling at all early on for you guys?
I guess it started in shoot around earlier. we had a real good shoot around as a team, and then we just felt like we were gonna be clicking going into the game.
When you guys came in together, I mean, did you guys kind of envision having nights where all three of you would score 20 points in the same game?
I mean, you answer that.
I know we was gonna compete and get buckets regardless, but I don't know about all that.
What makes the three of you work together when you're on the floor together? What's been the key to just clicking so far?
Defense. Defensive talking and our confidence. Our confidence is like I would say like high as freshmen, because like we just coming in and like this is our first time playing together, but like we getting better and better on. So
You guys must be really anxious or eager, for the conference season to start, the real games. What's that going to be like when you can finally play a team, like North Carolina?
That's what we kind of dreamed about our whole life, playing in games like those and playing well. So, it's finally here, I guess. I guess you can say that.
Now, all three of you guys got on campus around the same time, right? I mean, how long did it sort of take you guys to really realize that you had this sort of chemistry?
It didn't take that long. I mean, I guess only us three noticed, but like when we were back in high school at Oladipo camp, we actually had a dream that we all was gonna play together, and it actually happened. So that was already done way before.
Adis, how much do you embrace your role, especially what they need from you rebounding-wise on this team?
I take it to heart, because I know Coach preaches that we have to gain rebounds. So I try to grab as many boards as I can each game, because you never know. It might be one possession that we need a rebound or whatever. So I just take every possession and try to grab every board I can. So that's what I do.
Were games like this, I guess to a lesser extent, your all's first 12 games, since all three of you guys have made big contributions so far. Are games like this are they a big part of the reason why you guys came here? Because you knew that you could make a big impact early and really help change the fortunes of the program?
You want to go in a situation where you can play early minutes, and then really we've got a lot better since we've been here. Coach has been working with us, so I think that's pretty much the biggest part. We've just been putting in that work, and it's been showing.
They came in as one of the top teams that turned people over. I think they're like 5th in the country in steals or something like that. You guys ended up turning them over more, and I think once off turnovers like 32-6. What was the key for turning that into an advantage for you guys?
I mean, we just came in with our head straight. I mean, we just wanted to leave for break with a good win, and everybody came out and executed.
Trey, kind of for you, I mean, with City kind of being out for a month, you kind of have to handle the ball more. I mean, what was that like tonight? Kind of maybe running the offense more than you're used to.
It was kind of not really my first time in a game, but like early in the summer, I guess, I ran a little bit, but it felt good. The coach trusted me enough to run a little more.
How do you do, Xavier?
He did all right. I was on the bench. I was like, Trey made a point.
That's scary.
He did good though.
Did you say a minute ago you guys knew each other before you came to Pitt? How did that all come together?
I mean, honestly, it just I think it was just set up.
I think like Dees is my roommate at the Oladipo camp, and then X was like, we both ran the backcourt. So
we was on the same team, but he was on a different team.
Yeah, he was on a different team.
Yeah, we beat him though.
Yeah, we beat him.
And then it just translated over during the summer when we committed here, and then it just translated on the court.
What if one of you guys had decided not to commit to Pitt? Would the other two,
yeah, we'd have been
hit you over the head or something?
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that.
It's all right. So it's a blessing.
You guys, when you look at the numbers there, a lot of the things that Coach Capel harps on, you out-rebounded by 19, 22 or 23 free throws. I mean, when you see a stat sheet like that, does it feel good that some of these things that I know he's been working with you on, that you were able to execute it for 40 minutes?
That's what he preaches a lot in practice. So that's mostly we focus on in practice is knocking down free throws when we got the chance to go to the line. And he wants us to get to the line more than we usually do. So that's what we do now. We focus on free throws, getting to the line, making them, and we do that tonight. So.
with the city being out and with Peace being gone, Coach Cable had talked earlier in the week about how that really affects practices and the way those go more than what we see in games. How were the practices this week, and how were they maybe a little bit different than what you guys had with the full roster?
They were a lot different. I mean, we don't have that many guys in practice that like we can get subbed because we be tired in practice too. But I mean, our walk-ons and everybody been helping us out pretty much. I mean, helping us prepare. This week we had a tremendous practices, and that led up to the game.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys.